Hello everyone, my name is Senanayake. Today I'll be discussing the difference between the shareholder and stakeholder models of corporate governance and how leading global companies apply these approaches in real business environments. This topic matters because modern organizations are no longer judged only by profits, but also by their impact on society, the environment, and long-term sustainability. Here is my roadmap. I'll begin with what corporate governance means, define each of two models, compare them directly, then look at real companies. Those are Unilever, Tesla, and ExxonMobil, before closing with the strategic implications. So, what is corporate governance? Simply put, it's the system by which companies are directed and controlled. By beneath, it lies on fundamental question: whose interests should the company actually serve? How we answer that gives us our two competing models. First, shareholder perspective. This focuses primarily on the owners of the company. The main objective is to maximize profit and increase shareholder wealth, and decisions are evaluated on financial performance and return on investments. This view was famously championed by economist Milton Friedman, who argued the core responsibility of business is to increase its profits. On the other hand, the stakeholder perspective includes a much broader group, that is, employees, customers, suppliers, communities, and governments. Introduced by R. Edward Freeman, this view argues the goal is not only profit, but long-term value creation and responsible business practices. A company thrives only when all these relationships are healthy. The key differences are significant. Shareholder theory is mainly focused on financial returns and short-term performance. Stakeholder theories focuses on long-term sustainability, including social and environmental considerations. In simple terms, shareholders thinking asks how much profit did we make, while stakeholder thinking asks how many people and groups are affected by our decisions. Why this is shifts so important today? Several global factors. First, environmental concerns like climate change force companies to act responsibly. Second, ESG expectations from investors are rising. Third, customers increasingly prefer ethical brands. And finally, governments are introducing stricter regulations. Companies that ignore stakeholder now risk losing reputation and long-term competitiveness. Let's look at a strong real example, that is Unilever. Unilever has integrated sustainability into its core strategy, reducing plastic waste, improving carbon efficiency, and sourcing raw materials ethically. Instead of chasing only short-term profits, it builds long-term trust with consumers and communities, which strengthen brand loyalty and financial stability. Now let's compare two contrasting companies, Tesla and ExxonMobil. Tesla operates with future-focused strategy, investing heavily in clean energy and innovation that is clear stakeholder-oriented mindset. In contrast, ExxonMobil represents the traditional shareholder-driven model focused on oil and gas and maximizing returns. It's highly profitable, but its transition towards sustainability is far slower. So, what does this mean strategically? Focusing only on shareholders can damage long-term reputation, while focusing on stakeholders without financial discipline weakens the business. The most effective strategy is integrated thinking, that is, delivering financial performance while meeting social and environmental responsibilities. Ultimately, profit ensures survival, but stakeholder ensures long-term success. With that, I conclude my presentation. Thank you for your attention.